Okay, let's get started. It's dark, huh? So kick off with a print. I may need to grab something. There's a print I did a little while back. It's a little one. Okay, so I got a bunch of these pictures of Jess Glynn. And there's some that are really bad. I need to eliminate the ones that are really bad. So these, PP, PV, and ARGB. A lot of these other ones are pretty good. I just want to figure out which one I like the best. A little harder to tell at night here. Let's get that very bright. Probably gonna eliminate this one. This is a tungsten. I don't know about this. What? I don't even know which one this one is. I didn't write anything on it. Is this not even the same paper? Okay, 50, 65. LCW. E-tongue is there. DL. I can't even read this. Oh, this is... No, I still can't read this. What did I write? It looks like E F L. I guess maybe AFLDL. And then this one's just not labeled anything. I'm guessing maybe this is Hanemule? There's nothing on the back. Hanemule. Shit, I should have wrote it. What is this? This could be ink press, like an older print of this. I don't think it's the Hanemule, because I think the Hanemules are cut in the corner. Yep. This could be ink press. Kimmy, welcome. Night 10, welcome. Kimmy, I hope you're doing well. Night 10, hope you're doing well. Welcome, guys. I'm just trying to compare prints. I am trying to figure out what paper this is, and I think it's just ink press. It's like supposed to be kind of like test paper, but I do quite like it. Okay, lurking, making food and searching for my hood rat kitten who escaped. Alright. Thank you for the lurk. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, let's just go with ink press. I think this CW might be a little too crazy. I'm not sure. It's like the most reddish pinkish, which is not bad. Still just got to think about if this is what I want to do. Put that one away. It is the only one that looks really different. If I put this off to the side, how close are these three? Let's take a look at what these things are called. These were Precision Colors PC42G Pro 100 ICC profiles. And very specifically, this one is the Ultra Premium Luster Fluorescent Daylight. This one here is called Fluorescent Cool White. I don't know what these are. What is D50 and D65? Let's find out. Theoretical light source representing horizon daylight. Correlated color temperature of approximately 5003 Kelvin. Okay, so the difference between these two are supposed to be the color temperature of the light they're meant to represent. I think I'm going to go with this one, because, I mean, it is a concert, and it is artificial light. So this is the cool white, I believe. So we'll go with that one. So I'm going to find this print that was exported with that particular profile. The Epson Fluorescent Cool White, EFLCW. And then I'll change the ICC profile to also be that one. FLCW. Hit OK. Max 100. Portrait, top feed. No, we're going to do manual feed. This is centered. What are you selecting for? Oh, I'm about to do a print. It's just starting. I had to kick off this print. And we'll just like let it dry through stream and we can look at it once it's dried. So, yeah, we'll go with that. All right, let's just print. I'm gonna have to very briefly go up there. Okay, there's the thing that says, please confirm you want to print from the rear manual feed. So hit OK, and then it'll start. Whoa! It's my water bottle. Okay, thank you for your patience. Ah, shoot. Forgot to put these back in. Did I have multiple of these? I don't know if I did. I'll just shove it in here. Plastic Bits, welcome. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, let's get started with a little warm-up. I found that Cloud9 assembly. So there it is with the yellow dandelion keycaps. Actually, no, let's not do this right now. My thought here is, oh, who is that? Ricky! Wow! Thank you for the 36. That's amazing. That's 3 years. That's a lot of years. Give it a tier 1. I appreciate it. Alright, my thought here was I wanted to change the Cloud9 keycaps to Ursa. But then I realized, well, I kind of want to use the Ursa, just see what it's like. So maybe I'll put it on this. Alright, this is the Type B. I took this out today. I was here for most of the daytime, just working. Came back, and then I watched the game, which was horrible. I was talking about how, you know, I kind of have been a little underwhelmed by the Type B, but I think I want to give it another chance here, because maybe it's how I built it. That's the issue. So I have to look for my driver set. Where is it? There we go. I'm thinking here, okay, two things. Spacebar stabilizer is pretty rattly, so we're going to have to disassemble it. And then on top of that, we also have domes. We want to swap the domes. I'm thinking maybe it's a good opportunity to try these Astro domes, see how I feel. That game sucked a few moments where I thought maybe. It was real good in the first half, but man, OKC's tough. Alright, now one of the first things about this build here is about 100% sure I remember what it looks like, the JST or whatever kind of cable it is. So let's kind of be careful as we sort of figure it out. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think there was a situation here that I was pretty disappointed in. It didn't really require any sort of changes, but it was that, like, this was not really, like, the USB hub wasn't really, like, super perfectly aligned. But I don't think there's anything really much to change here. It looks like here I had some type of tape mod. I don't really know what for. What was this covering? Oh. Interesting. There's like some kind of stripping of, what is it called? The PCB. I forgot what you call it. Anyways. These screws I'm a little worried about. Let's get a different bit. Feo, welcome. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. So what size is this? This is 1.3. Oh, that finished already? That felt too fast. I don't know what you guys think. That felt really fast. Let's go with 1.5. No, that's too big. Is this the same one? 1.3? It is. Alright. Alright, so before I go and continue, I'm thinking maybe I should use a riser here. I had those little blocks. I don't know where my brother has put them. But, you know, actually what we can use in its place, at least for right now, I'll use these Ursa boxes. I do have 2 sets. That seems sturdy enough, right? Guess we could just use this tray. Bunch of stuff in this tray. Oh shit, you know what I should have done? Fuck. I should have... I guess I still can. It's not too late, I don't think. I should take out the spacebar keycap. I mean, I guess I should have taken off all the keycaps in retrospect because I am intending on using the Ursa. So maybe I should have just done that, but I am already removing all these screws, so a little late for that. I also think if I'm changing domes, I guess this part isn't even really that necessary either. Oh wait, I'm also remembering now, I used those little squares. I forgot about that. I had those little squares somewhere. Okay, maybe that's enough. Can I just get this off? How easy? Not. It is not easy. I was hoping this would just pop out real easily, but alright. I guess we'll take all these out. Oh shit. Perfect. Okay. Let me find these. There's some EC stuff I need here. I think it's this tool right here. And Dixius! Whoa, welcome! Good to see you again. There's something else I'm looking for. Those risers, that's right. Find that. Okay. Brent's finished up and rearranged some stuff in my space. Where are those risers? Also, we'll grab some of these. I think this should be the domes you want to use. Do not see the risers yet. That's not it. I swear I saw them really recently. I think I saw them on Saturday. Just kind of poking around, but I don't really remember where I placed them. Damn, I don't remember. Every time I've been on, I had no willpower and went to bed too early. No worries. Yeah, I know. I'm on late. Story of the stream, you know. I'm trying to spend some time looking for something, and I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Where did I see it? Where, oh where? Is it in one of these? I can't find that thing. Wait. Oh, it's here somewhere. I know it's here. Is it this? Oh my god, I found it. When did all these space cubes get here? Yeah, we did some shuffling here. Yeah, I have a 5x5 now, and then there's this 2x4 right next to it. Okay, so we need these taped ones, and the idea here is I need to take out like 2 corner keycaps. And then I can get rid of this. Well, I don't need to do this. I can wait because I need to still take out this thing. If it'll fit. Oh boy. I might need to unscrew this too, huh? Or do I? Do I need to do much more than this? I guess I could just try to lube from here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sorry. Oh, I can't see anything. Let's turn this light down a little bit. Oh, god damn, come on. There we go. Okay, so I've been finding this very rattly. Let's see if we can fix that. I got this BDZ syringe. Just gonna stuff it more, I guess. I don't know. There's really a better solution to it than that. I'll grab a paper towel. Yep. BDZ, still good. Okay, let's hope that that fixes things, or at least helps. Alright, and then let's just go with these domes, yeah? Very nice to have the 4 strips. We're gonna have to do some cuts. Oh, what's this whole thing about? That got me curious. They're like taller. There's like a group of domes that are just a little bit taller. I wonder what that's about. Let's look that up. Oh shit. Can someone send me the link to like the Astro domes? I don't have a keyboard plugged in. I think it's on Sneakbox. Someone could send me a link, or if someone could just tell me what's going on with these guys. I was wondering about dome strips. What happens if you need less than 4 before dome strips are all you have? Yeah, you cut them. So we're about to do that right now, actually. These? Yes. Night 10, thank you. Oh. Oops. Astro domes, okay. 1x2U strip. Okay, I see. Okay. These are for 2Us specifically. Interesting. They are like funnier shaped. Alright, so we'll do some cuts here. So that's a 3. Spin that around. We'll need another 3. Just like that. Put that here. A 2. Then multiple 1s, but I do want to try this thing. So this is what they meant by 2U. I'm hoping I'm going to get this right. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. Like it's differently shaped and it does fit over the housing nice, and I am a fan of that. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. All right, the rest are 1U. Appreciate that, Night 10. Alright, and then we need 1 more 2U. Or I guess 2 more 1Us. So I'm just going to cut this. Leave that off to the side. Cut this. Alright. Should be good. And then now try to transfer these springs, which I guess I should use some tweezers for. They can't really grab, can they? I think I twisted the tweezers in a way that like it doesn't really grab super well anymore. Corn, welcome. Okay, that helps now. Although, let me grab a tray. Those 2Us are cool. Oh, there's another strip here I missed. And I guess what's cool about them too is that if you don't need them, you can just cut them. You're not married to them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat very well today. It's bad. I had oatmeal in the morning. Tina makes oatmeal every morning, so we have oatmeal. But that's spring. 2, 4, 6. There's a spring missing somewhere. Came here and then I got donuts with my brother, and I've just been going at the donuts every... I ate some during the game. Ever tried savory oatmeal? Shit seems trippy. I think I tried it once. It was a little funny. Oh, this one's a double. Maybe that's where it went. Yeah, I did try it once. It was a little weird. It kind of felt like it was like eating ramen but with oatmeal. Oh shoot. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Sorry, I thought that playlist ended and I didn't have a keyboard to be able to change it, but sounds like another one started here. Yeah, texture flavor. Yeah, it's weird. Here's like another, just like semi-related. There's a Korean grocery store in the Bay Area called Jigalchi, and they have, you know, it's Korean grocery store. It's pretty big. It's nice. I picked up this ramen, so it's funny, because the oatmeal, savory oatmeal, was like ramen, but with oatmeal. But I picked up this ramen that like the flavor pack that it came with was like mac and cheese. Like there was no, it wasn't like cheesy something. It was cheese. Like your Kraft mac and cheese, like powdered cheese. And that was weird because it's like, I don't think it should be noodles. Like I don't think it should be full string noodles. This should just be pieces. Was it Bulldog perchance? I don't know if I remember. It was like in a blue packaging. But yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I don't know if I like that. Oh shoot, is that the end of it? Maybe that was the end of it. No, it's okay. It's still going. Perfect. All right. The more I think about this, this build is not going to take very long. This rebuild, which I guess is good. Gives us more time for other chores. And again, we'll see if we can come to like this. These are the purples, the Astro Dome, the purple Astro Domes. So these are supposed to be pretty heavy. Oh shoot. Been kind of on a bulldog kick lately. I just tried the habanero lime flavor and it just tasted like a slightly less spicy bulldog. I had to add more lime myself. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it because like bulldog is just all like super spicy, right? I'm horrible with spice. Like I like it. It's just I like mild spice. Like just some a little there to give it a little tiny something. But it's tough, man. It's tough for me. It doesn't like you. Yeah. That's probably a fair way to look at it. All right. Successfully spring swapped. Okay. I'll try this out. So we'll come back around and do better tightening later. Who is that? Oh my goodness. Hey. Hammer brother. Welcome. Thank you. How's it going, everybody? How are we doing tonight? I don't know if that's a screw. Got some EC going on tonight, looks like. Yep. We're doing a dome swap on the Type B. We're gonna see if it makes me change my opinion on it. What domes to what? These are some, I guess, HHKB 45-gram domes before. And I don't know, I just, the combo of this I just didn't like. And so now we're using the purple, like, heavy Astro domes, the 90-gram, which are supposed to be kind of like BKE heavy, I guess. Alright, the question now is that, I think that is a screw hole. Yep. Okay. So now we'll go around and tighten, try to go in a spiral again. Alright, let's go with that. Cool. Drop these screws in. And then we're going to do a key set swap. And I realize, I think I have that empty box from the sky blue. So maybe I'll just transfer these keycaps in there. And then we'll try out the Ursa. Or, at the very least, we could just try OEM right now. And see how it compares to Ursa. Paisley. We were being serenaded with pop-punk anthems from the 90s and 2000s. Ooh. Very cool. Alright, let's see how I like this. Seems promising. I like it. I like the feeling of the domes. Let's see how much I like the keyboard as a whole, though. Forgot to put on the spacebar spring here. You know what I could have done is put a heavy dome on the bar. Should have done that. First got on keyboard hobby, the concept of custom EC was so far out of reach. Yeah. BK Extreme. I think I have the, let me see. The Astro Domes. There's the Fiesta. So I do have a pack of the Fiesta, so maybe I could put that in instead. But I just did the whole... I just did the whole screw thing just now. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. I mean, it's fine, but I do like this better. I'm gonna pick up some of these domes, but I need a board for them first. Looks like the heavy ones are gone. All right, let's give this a test. Yeah. Hobby kind of blew up in the pandemic. A lot of custom keyboards out there, things you don't find. Yeah. All right, let's give this one a test. Yeah. All right. Type B EC with the purple lean 90-gram Astro Domes. I think it's stainless steel. We got OEM sliders and the pink Sakura blank keycaps from HHKB. So here we go. Oh, wait a second. Something here has become a little weird. Let me give a quick test. Okay, everything seems to check out. Okay, there we go. Neat. I love a keyboard that sounds nice and crispy. This sounds amazing, though. I think it's better than before. They are a little heavy. They are quite a bit heavier than I kind of recall the BKE heavies to be. So I think we can maybe grab one just to kind of compare. Let me see what boards I have BKE heavies in. Then we can... Oh. So this is weird. What is going on? Something is scrolling up. I don't... What is scrolling me up right now? Sorry, I gotta figure this out. Sorry about this. One second here. What is going on? Sorry, I got to troubleshoot this. Freaking out right now. So, okay. There's a weird thing that's happening where, okay, like I have a spreadsheet open and something is just pressing up. And I don't think it's this keyboard because I unplug it and it's still scrolling up. I got this wired mouse. I unplug that. It's still scrolling up. I unplugged another mouse. I mean, well, I just unplugged this other mouse. I think it's still scrolling up. Maybe your trackball. That was just thinking. There's a trackball over here. But I did just unplug. Okay, was it? It was weird, though. You know what it is? So, this is a trackball receiver. And now I'm realizing, I'm thinking this isn't connected by the receiver, but by Bluetooth instead. But it's weird. Because to me, it looks like it's in... That was weird. It was in receiver mode. But I unplugged the receiver and it was still powering. Okay. It was the trackball. No, like I was thinking that in the back of my mind, but I pulled the receiver out and was like, no, it's not. But I guess it was. That was weird. Yeah, alright. Well. Alright, let's leave it off to the side here. Alright, that was bizarre. Okay. Where? Slim Blade is clean as well. The design is clean, but I have a bunch of stains on it. It's probably like ramen. And you're just slurping ramen and all this stuff comes out. Yeah, just clean this off here. Yes, the design is nice. And I like how it's wireless. All right. Okay, so back to it. I was looking for keyboards that have BKE heavies. BKE Redux V1 Heavy is in my Vero? No, what is this? S60 V2. H2H. Live Oak. Maybe Live... no, Live Oak is kind of a different board. Snipe. I'm trying to find the closest thing to what I want. S60 V2 aluminum. Yeah, probably. No, that one's also a little weird too, honestly. I'm trying to find one that has OEM caps. Shit, do any of these? I have the... Oh, God. Yeah, none of these do. Dang. H2H, no. I could grab the S60HG. Let me get that one. Okay, I'm back. So I also brought the S60V1 for safe measure because I think that has deskies. Let's see, S60V1 has, oh, deskies blue. Okay, that's not that helpful. I shouldn't have brought this. Alright, here we go. So this is, the problem is these are not OEM caps, and they're probably, possibly a little heavier. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize I was still plugged in. Okay, so these... I'm going to change these specifically to OEM. What is that keyword on the bottom? This is S60HG. I saw parts. I had two, or I have two. So yeah, it's a polished stainless steel top, but the rear piece is in aluminum, and the bottom is also in aluminum. And then I have the other one for sale where it's like swapped to kind of more accurately replicate the HHKB HG. So it's got the aluminum top and then the stainless steel rear and bottom piece. It's actually currently up on my store if you guys are interested. It's a little pricey, but if anyone here is interested in it, I could give a little bit of a deal. The other, you know, the flipped version. Okay, so it would seem to me, okay, a couple of things. The BKE V1, like BKE Redux V1 heavies, actually seem lighter. These are pretty heavy. That is, if this really is it, because you can't really tell just by looking. Oh, shit. Is from J Chen? Yes. Or I got enough from J Chen, but I think some of them I got secondhand. Because I have like 5 boards full of BK V1 heavies. Okay, so yeah, first things first, I think the BK heavies are actually a little lighter than the leans, which is interesting. I'm now curious about the ones that are slightly lighter than these from Astro. I'm a little curious about it, so I don't know if we should try it. I think this guy sold them back in the day. Yes. Yeah. I did buy some directly from him, and I did buy some secondhand. That's the first thing. The second thing is, this is better than before when it had lighter domes, but I think there's still just like the real truth of the matter is that like I'm noticing this a lot with EC builds is I don't know how to explain this very well, but at least for me, I don't think this type of design, like these thin profile cases, are really good for like these, you know, Topre style like dome housing slider construction EC boards. I just don't think it's good. The sound just doesn't bounce around, in my opinion, as nicely as it does in boards that have a little bit thicker of a construction. This is a little bit taller, so there's just like more airspace, I feel like. And you can just kind of tell like the sound difference. It like just doesn't really compare, and I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's like a whole like experience that you have with boards, and it's like the sound and the feel is like all part of it. And I don't know. I don't think it's like as strong if like you design boards like this. So it's like I could go and change these domes, but it's not going to change this sound. It's going to change like the feeling of the domes, but like the feeling that I personally get out of all this is I don't think it's going to get improved in my opinion. Now, I do think it's a nice keyboard, like a nice looking keyboard, and I think that that's a big part of it, but this is something that I've been noticing a little bit more, is that like there is like a big custom EC craze, but I feel like there's, I don't know what it is to me. Maybe it's just to me. I think that there's a science to pleasing me when it comes to EC. I think that that's the best way I could describe it. Is that like the people who are designing boards like this, I don't know. Maybe they're just designing it for them. They're designing it for a different demographic, but I don't think it's... I'm not a big fan. Yeah. So that's where I land here on this. And so, given that, I did fix this spacebar. The spacebar was really rattly before too, but given that, I'm probably going to keep this on the open market. So I could break it down at some point. Maybe I could break it down now, but it's just, it's very looby, so I feel like maybe when the next EC board would come in, like might be best, or I just transfer that over, and then that's when I can finally call it unbuilt. Unless someone wants to buy it from me sooner, knowing that I will unbuild it, like I will break it down then, if someone wants to buy it from me sooner than that. Because I don't know, maybe this does appeal to some people. It's just I don't think it appeals to me, this type of experience. And I feel like, how do I put this? I feel like I got a similar feeling with the Neverest. Like there's a few. Let me check. Neverest Type B. I kind of want to bust out a couple of other boards just to sort of see, but Cloud9 I was a little bit underwhelmed with too. I'm kind of thinking Taycan. I feel like Taycan was pretty sleek too, in design, but I don't remember. I don't know if I have the same opinion of it on that. I'm not sure if there's something about that construction that's a little bit different. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a funny one, right? I guess in the meantime, I can we can try to do this like test out the Ursa. And my thought here is I might not keep it permanent on there. I might just switch it over to the Cloud9. And maybe it's worth bringing out the Cloud9 too, now that I think about it. Yeah, let me go do that. Let me get that Cloud9. Okay, so I think we did bring out the Cloud9 last week, but I noticed that it had the MX build in it. I think it's just worthwhile. Why not? Let's just try this MX build real quick. So this is another heavy boy board. Let's do a quick type test on this. This is Cloud9. Cherry silver housings and oolong stem. I'm not gonna lie, this I feel like the focus is a little off. Huh? Ah, fuck, just in my head. Alright. Hopefully that should be a little bit better. I hope. Alright, let's test this out. Okay, so yeah, that's the MX build. Let's rebuild this with the EC. I think these are push, yes. One thing I'm curious about this this bottom machining here. How similar is this to that N2? I'm pretty interested in the N2, but I'm trying to. I don't know if we have a good angle of this. Maybe I could try to find something on the show Discord. Show. I don't know that I see a whole lot of the machining. Let's see. Metacubes. I'm thinking it's going to be the same renders. Yeah. I'm just very curious. There's a fun angle where you can see like there's some really cool machining at the bottom, but it kind of looks similar to the Cloud9s. Is it just a Cloud9? Alright, well, anyways, let's continue opening this up. Yeah, okay. I'm recalling this to be very annoying. One screw came out very easily. The others don't seem to be popping out quite as nicely. I was going to say, I didn't think that was EC. Oh, yeah, easy. This was the MX build. We're going to put the EC build in here. I feel like there's something wrong with these screws. Okay. EC build right here. Nice. Has JST in it. Unfortunately, I had to get this custom plate cut to use those tapped screw holes because I really did not like that situation with the standoffs. Ooh, hate those standoffs. Horrible. I'm also vaguely recalling someone else did the firmware for this that was not SIP. And I think that there was some kind of there was an issue that I had encountered with like the sensitivity. This is also kind of funny. There's something real funny about this. I don't know, maybe I didn't tighten, or the cuts on the plate are not, for the gaskets are not tight enough. But it's like it feels loose-ish. Okay. I do think this is better. This is better than the Type B build pre Astro Heavy Domes. Let me see what both of them had. The Type B had some Topre 45 gram domes from a board dated 2017. I think in May 2017. This Cloud 9 has Topre 45 gram domes from a Real Force UDK. I don't know. I don't think they have dates on these Real Forces, but I did buy that in 2024. It's the purchase date, at least. So I guess one thing we could do, or could have done, was do a dome swap on this too, just to see again if this is a situation I could potentially like it. But let's give this a shot here. Just a little type test again. All right, steel plate, Cloud 9, custom steel plate with the tapped holes, screw holes. Topre 45 gram domes, Real Force housings. All came from something I purchased in 2024, and the Topre yellow dandelion. Okay. Let's see. What's our time? We're about an hour and a half in. It's almost 11 p.m. I could go. We could go a little longer on this. I started around 9:30ish. Yeah. Why do these low-key look like butter? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's do this rebuild. Why not? I get to wondering, will I like the lighter domes? I think I have multiple sets of the purples, and then I think I have like one set of the slightly lighter one. Okay, only one screw popped out. Perfect. Let's pull these gaskets off for now. Heavy boy bottom, of course, because apparently you always need that. You know what's funny too, also, actually? Maybe we could take the copper out of it. Maybe I might be happier with the weight and also maybe the sound too. Gave me some ideas, huh? That is like weirdly in there. I don't know how to actually retrieve it. But I'm curious now. I don't know. How do you take this out? Do I need like a suction cup? I don't think I have one. I took out the 2 screws. I really want to take it out. Spudger? Let's see. We must have something here to take this out safely. I think that's the key part, is the safe. No clue. Any thoughts? That's like in there. Okay, these lower ones have smaller screws. Okay. Bottom one came out pretty easily. There we go. Other bottom one came out easily. Let's see how hard this other top one comes out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Tape? What if I... Oh, this was tape from the Type B build that I was supposed to put over that other thing, but whatever. One came out. There we go. Just need to bang it hard enough. Perfect. I think it's a little lighter. These seem pretty heavy. Nice. Very cool. All right. Okie doke. The build. So my thought there is maybe it is the case that, you know, I'll just generally like it better because, you know, I'm not a big fan of heavyweight, but also it opens up some gaps, and then maybe there's something there for like the sound to bounce around a little bit more nicely. Is a thought that I have. I don't know how much of that is really gonna come into fruition, but worth a shot. I also kind of wanted to try this on my F1 as well, but whatever, it's fine. It's not even an HHKB, so. So these are replacement screws. Well, it's a replacement plate, but these are screws that I bought separately just because I wanted the length to be kind of just right. Oh, crap. Okay, well, that kind of got stuck to the PCB rather than the thing that I wanted it to get stuck in. So let me think about this. I would like to grab a bag here, maybe a couple. Oh, perfect. Great. Alright, clean up those bags later. I grabbed a couple here. I'm gonna spend some time just kind of... Is this a bag that I want to use? Yeah, it's good enough. I want to label this just so I don't lose track. Problem is I also don't know where my note thingies are. So just grab a sheet of paper. Oh, something fell. Alright, so this was from the Type B. Oh, I'm kind of hungry now, man. Topre, 45 gram, 2017-05 HHKB, last used in Type B. Okay, cool. Alright, so my thought here now is for this Cloud9, maybe I'll go with I don't know what the weights were. Fiesta is the heavy one. That's 120 grams. Yeah. Okay. So that one's super heavy. So I'll go with this one. This one's a little bit lighter. They said it's supposed to kind of match the BKE Light. And that lean, the purple one I just used in the Type B, is supposed to match BKE Heavies. But I think these seem a little bit heavier just overall among all of these. So we'll try this one out. Maybe I'll appreciate it or enjoy it more. We'll see. So that here is, I'll just start throwing these on. Oh, that's the 2U one. And while we're here, I can put all of the springs from these guys on these 1Us. One of them is a 2U. Onto this. All right. Cool. Alrighty. Keep this going. Sweet tea when? Sweet tea. What's sweet tea? Oh, the 500 gram. Oh, that's what it was? The Texas tea? I think I have one strip. But like he didn't sell them. It's just like it came with the orders. It's like I guess I could put that as a spacebar spring. Alright, so craft scissors, we're gonna cut these up. I feel like you just buy a bunch of single packs. You get one per order, you know? That makes sense, right? Then you're just paying shipping for these individual strips. Are they still available and just like being used? To like fulfill orders? Or are they like gone now at this point? That's what I'm curious about. Supposed to have been limited, I see. Alright, initial thought is maybe I can grab one of these purples as a spacebar dome. Seems like that enough to keep including in orders. I see. That's weird. I don't like this. Alright, I already kind of blew it. Let's see. Maybe I could lift these off. Oh, shit. Perfect. Yeah, let me... There's something weird going on with this spacebar. I think maybe I'm supposed to pull it off before. Keycap puller here. Maybe, I think it's the spring weighing it down. Where's the last one? Here. Okay, try this again. But yeah, I'm hugely appreciative of these, the 2U strips, or the 2U domes. It was really cool what they'd done with that. Big fan. Am I missing one? I feel a little bit disturbed here. Oh, here. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, just needed to do that. And then these are extra 1Us, and then we got to do 2Us. I also do appreciate on these 2Us, they actually have full lines that you can use to guide your cuts. I wish they did that for the 1Us too, but it's not that big a deal. It just would be nice. Okay, so now we got this weirdness. I want to see if I can like figure out, can I scrape this off? Okay, I was able to get that one off. Let's try this other one. There we go. Sweet. Quick time check, it's 11:11. I kind of would like to try doing one more EC dome swap after this, if time permits. But I gotta be real with you guys, I'm getting hungry. And I no longer like live here, so it's like the food here is not for me. Quite literally. Like, I don't eat meat, so I don't eat rice. And I feel like that's kind of all my brother eats. That is really weird. Where are the rest of the springs? Okay, one popped out there. Oh, here. Okay, alright, I think we're good. Oh. Okay, spacebar. Alright, let's make sure these are all aligned. No rice, no meat. Yes, no rice, no meat for me. Alright, let's give this a shot. So we replace it down here. Okay, so so right off the bat, I am pretty confused. I think that there's a chance that these screws are a little short, and I'm supposed to like kind of really try hard to get these in just right. I don't know where we're supposed to anchor from. Okay, there's one. There's another. Okay, this one's a little weird because I feel like I have to go from outside in. And what I have heard before is you shouldn't do that. I think one way to potentially remediate that is once you go from outside in, then undo all the outside ones and then redo them. I just can't tell where some of these holes are, man. Oh, that's not the right screw. Man, how the hell am I supposed to tighten these? Oh my god. It like won't catch on the other side for some of these. Okay. I push down on the PCB. Does that help? Help for that one specifically. That one too. Yo, this one. Man, what the fuck? Is there even a screw hole there? I can't even tell. Okay, are those all this? No, there's still one more here. It's like it's supposed to go there, right? I don't even know. Yeah, there's a hole there. Elding, welcome. How's it going? There we go. Alright, this thing was annoying enough. I don't want to do this. Undo the outside ones first. I'll just go around and tighten in a spiral. Buying old used gear is such a struggle. What you've been trying to buy? Like keyboards or just general gear? What are we looking at? I think I like this more. Maybe they were onto something with the greens. Oh shit, did I put this on? Fuck. Ordered the same lens 3 times. The first 2 had issues, and so hoping the third time is a charm for this lens. Oof. What lens is it? Is it like a... So it's like a vintage kind of gear? Like vintage lens? Canon 100mm f2. Ah, okay. I don't know if that purple dome was enough. Maybe. To be fair, it's from 91. It's tough. Like, where are you buying them from? It's like eBay or KH or what? KH, something like KH is probably not so bad. I think their policies are pretty nice. Were you able to get like refunds or anything on the first 2? Alright, so we've done a few things here. I removed these copper weights at the bottom of this Cloud9. So nicer because I like lighter boards, but also probably opens up a little more room for the sound to bounce around. Then we also went and changed these domes from these 45 gram Real Force R1 domes to the greens, the 70 gram greens from Astro, or Astro domes. Oh shit. First time eBay, second time MPB, now replacement on MPB. Got everything refunded, but the first MPB listing is fun guy without listing it in the description. Damn. That's a bummer. Damn. I, to this point, have never experienced a fungus lens. I gotta imagine it's probably gotta be pretty annoying, especially if your goal is, you know, well, annoying if your goal was to have a non-fungus lens. That's probably, it's probably pretty annoying for that. But also, if you're trying to go for shots that are at all supposed to be clinical or accurate. Well, hoping you get something good. Feet. Alright, let's give this a shot. I think I like this better. I don't want to say I love it in comparison to something like the S60HG, which we'll bust out again just to sort of see here. These are the weights. All right, let's have at it. I like it. I really like it. Yeah, I think I like the greens better. I think Calexis was right. I feel like it's heavier than BKE lights though. 350 for a 35-year-old lens without weather sealing is crazy. Yeah, for an f2. I have a Nikon 85 1.4 that I feel like I spent a lot on. So 1.4D. So it's pretty old. How old is that one? Introduced in the mid-90s. Discontinued in 2010. That doesn't seem right. Hold on, let me see this. I got a weather sealed lens from the 80s and an f2 lens from the 90s. Couldn't get a rubber gasket. It's weird, right? Like, I don't know. I'm feeling like... Okay, like, here's my thing. Is like, who makes lenses? Like, obviously the companies do, but like, who does it and who makes these decisions? You know? It's interesting, right? It's just like, we couldn't just do that. Maybe it cost way more to do that, but feels doubtful. You know? All right, let's bring out the where is it? Oh, I already put the S60HG away. Damn. I can't all primes be weather sealed? I know, huh? Let me go grab it again. I don't know why I put it away in the first place. Time check, it's 11:30. I think I've been on for about 2-ish hours now. Oh, I should not keep this plugged in. Why can't all lenses be weather sealed? They should just do that. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. We'll just keep them both unplugged. Yeah, I would say that these greens are closer to BK heavy, honestly. What else do I have the BK heavies in? Now I'm curious. I remember using a board, and then my brother was kind of pissed off by, I think it was the H2H. Maybe I'll go try the H2H real quick. I'll find that. Okay, yeah, so the situation was, I built this H2H, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, and yeah, they were upset. Both Tina and my brother were upset with how it felt. They were like, man, who would like this? But I liked it. I really did like it. Yeah, what's wrong with that? This is great. I love this. This thing is awesome. Yeah, these purples are definitely heavier than BK heavies. I think I bought too many of the purples. I should have bought more of the greens. I would say that these are a little lighter. And the BKs are just perfect. These are slightly lighter than the BK heavies, and these are much heavier than the BK heavies. What is that? There's like something on the space bar. Oh, that's annoying. There's like a little mark on this space bar for some reason. I love this, man. I don't know, maybe I need to get more of these greens. Maybe I could do another rebuild on this. Maybe get rid of these purples. I think these purples are a little heavy. There's a part of me that wants to try to put the purples in a board that I know I do like. So maybe like the S60 V1. Like I know I like the S60 V1. The S60 V1's great. When did I buy it? S60 V1. Okay, yeah, that one has blue deskies. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'll put away the H2H. I wanted to get the H2H just to be totally certain that that's how BKE heavy is felt, and it is. It does feel like that over there. Put this away. Let's go to the S60V1 again. Off to the side. Alright. Hoping we can make this quick. I'm not a quick guy though, it's a problem. I like this because it's just like a plate. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so how do we do this again? Alright, this washer is really critical. Okay, so I recall correctly, we pull this out of the daughter board, and then this cable will just kind of be floating around while we kind of try to make changes to this. Man, that sounds so good because it's like so tall. Like, I don't even like Desky's blues that much, but this like makes them good. All right. Wow, these are all Phillips. I forgot. That's really how it was. It's crazy. Oh, there's two. Oh shit. Well, there was 2 springs in there. It's ridiculous. Lost one. It flew out. I don't know where it landed. I did not remember that. There were 2. Move these to a different tray. Just so I don't get them confused. All right then. Let's do this. Where was it? Let's grab more of these. Alright, that's enough to get started. And just like move these springs over. So these are from a real force that I bought in 2024. I don't immediately have something to label it with, but we'll just remember. Try our best. Oh, wrong one. All right. Big boy ones. All right. So we start cutting. I'm thinking maybe try putting in one of those Fiestas in here. Ah, did I need to do this? Shit. I didn't need to do this. It's okay. I had another 2 spare, but it's fine. Damn, what did I do with... Oh, here. Ah, I didn't need to do many of these cuts, now that I realize. I guess I can just, yeah, do these last 4. Yeah, I could have kept these together. Okay, cool, cool. And then we'll grab one of the Fiestas. Let's try this out. Alright, and we'll grab these springs somehow. So these are kind of all oily because pretty sure I lubed this PCB. Alright, so the hard part with this now is, I wonder if there's a better way here. Let me, do I only have 1 pair of tweezers here? Bummer. It's like I have to flip them over. It's kind of annoying. I wouldn't buy used camera equipment without seeing it. I've done it before, personally, and to be fair, I haven't had any big great issues. So typically what I do is like if I'm on eBay, I notice that a lot of Japanese sellers just have way more thorough descriptions and pictures of the equipment. I'm not saying that they're like, you know, always perfect or anything, because I think another issue is that because they do that, it's like, well, the price is a lot higher. I actually had an issue once buying something from KEH, which is interesting because I think that's generally more trusted, I feel like, but it wasn't a lens, it was actually a tripod. This is a membrane. I also live in a place that had a lot of local equipment for sale. Let's see, yeah, this is an electrocapacitive rubber dome build. We're just doing a dome swap. I want to see how this fares. Ooh, some funny stuff here. Okay. Let's try to get these all aligned nicely. Okay, this looks good. Let us proceed with the build. It's just the first time I've seen this kind of keyboard, yeah. So, I used the membrane until last year when I got myself a Wooting. I see. Hall effect. Yeah, nice. Uh-oh, that doesn't feel good. That one doesn't seem to really catch, which is concerning. I don't really use the Hall effect to great effect. Ooh, this is not good. Ooh. Some of these screws not catching. Let me... So part of me thinks some of this is not aligned really properly. I regret not going full custom and doing some silent linear switches. I mean, I think you made like a pretty decent choice. I would want to say, like, there's nothing wrong with what you got. I don't think. I think there's some people who might not like the sound of like the current selection of Hall effect switches right now, but like I've heard some in person and I didn't think it was bad. As a personal preference, I'm not huge on silent. I think silent makes sense for like a usefulness, like if you're supposed to be quiet, but if your goal is to have something that sounds really nice, well, I mean, a silent board doesn't really totally give you that because you don't really get sound. I have no real complaints. You know. Still pretty concerned here. I don't know if I've ruined this S60 V1 plate, but it is not catching on some of these screw holes. This has never really been a big issue from before. I wonder if it's the screws that are possibly the problem. Yeah, that ain't good, man. I wonder if there's more screws in here. Yes, there are. Let's see if it's a screw problem. Oh, sweet. Okay, it is a screw problem. Alright, cool. Okay, so some of these screws, I guess, go bad after you've used them too much. This is not my first rodeo with this S60 V1 as a rebuild. But I think, like, I guess if some of these screws are bad, they're just worth throwing away. Yeah. This one probably. Ooh, that's a struggle to just take out now. There we go. Okay, hopefully that's good now. Alright, let's get rid of that one. There's a lot of these. I'm like running out. I'm gonna need replacement screws for these replacement screws. Okay. I think that's it there. Now the daughter board. The daughter board's always interesting. The daughter board's interesting because you need a washer for one of these big ass holes. Then on top of that, you need to like align the daughter board properly so that the port matches up with the hole kind of nicely. Where's the other screw? And for some reason, these screws, oh my god. You gotta be kidding me with that. These screws are not magnetized. Jedi Buzz, welcome. How's it going? Good to see you again. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm having a hell of a time with this. Fuck. This one screw. Giving me so many problems. It's It's not magnetic. Okay, there we go. So one of the things that I noticed about this, just a total, I forgot that this was the case with the S60 V1. It uses a Pro 2, PCB and daughter board. There's actually no holes for the USB hub that's on this daughter board. Forgot that was the case. Sad for Lakers, but yeah, I don't know. It's rough. OKC's really good. Lakers, obviously, without their firepower of what is supposed to be their offense, it's tough, man. But I mean, here's the hope, and it's like next game pretty much is do or die, right? Like you go down 3-0, there's no coming back, but you just gotta hope. You just gotta hope that being at home is gonna be worth something. So we'll see. I'm gonna throw these screws away. I mean, we all knew it, but it always feels like they're there and bad runs like crazy. Yeah, it's tough. Alright, this one right here. This should be our last build for the night. We've just been doing some EC dome swaps, seeing how much we can learn to appreciate the Astro domes and the different weights. Let's give this a shot. Yeah, they look really good in the first half, but I could say the same thing about the first game too. Oh. Just right off the bat, yeah, this feels pretty good. It's heavier. It's heavier than, my BKE heavies, but these feel pretty nice. That looks sexy? Hell yeah. I gotta say, man, sometimes it's like it's the same domes that are in this, but this is just feels better. Like here it just feels absurdly heavy. Here it's the same exact dome and yeah, it feels heavy, but not absurdly. And it just sounds way better. I don't know, unless this is the sound you're going for, but I love this sound. Case, yeah, it's the construction. I mean, if you look like, if you look at like the thicknesses of these, it's like this one just has more room, and like the bottom here of this one is just flat. It's just a plate, like this backing that I just screwed on. So it's just there's a whole lot of room. That room just kind of causes that sound to travel, and I think it's a good sound when it comes out of EC. Not so much if it's like MX, but these are EC builds, and I feel like the spacier it is the better. This right here is the S60 V1 from Show, and then this is the Type B. Let's go back and compare with the S60HG that has BKE heavies. It's so funny. I think it's just like it's so weird. This is slightly heavier. I was saying before that it was much heavier. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I think this board is just so good. F60V1. It's kind of cold now. I gotta get rid of that print. I gotta show off that print. Like, light domes, heavy domes, it doesn't matter. This board is a work of art. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. So purples aren't so bad. I'll give you guys a type test. Why not? I've been using, so I have this wired, I think this is a Zowie FK something. My super light, I've been using this for like 5 years. It's starting to get that double tap issue, or the double click issue, so it's starting to get kind of annoying. I'm not a big fan of wired mice anymore, but it's working for me better. Alright, here we go. S60V1, Real Force housings, Astro purple, lean purple 90-gram domes, and OEM Ivory alphas and OEM lavender wisteria mods. Here we go. Okay, yeah, it does feel heavy. It does feel heavy, but like the sound is just not at all compromised. So yeah, incredible. Love it. All right. I guess we'll call it here. Well, before we call it, I'll clean up. I'll clean up and then we show off the we'll show off the print that I worked on a couple hours ago when we started stream, which I think should be dry now, and we should be able to sleeve it up. Operation Mecha, welcome. Oh, I realize now this bag was for this. Let me grab another one, I guess. Do I even have others here? brother just texted me. All right, let's see here. What did I change? It was the Cloud9? Yeah. Topre, 45 gram, RF, R1, bot, 2024, 04, 30, it was a 91 UDK. The same one as the N3 going on now? No. Okay, so S60V1 was pretty early on. Like, it preceded the Snipe. I think there was a really, really, really big design departure from the S60V1 to the S60V2. Yeah, like the construction's just totally different. So yeah, colors for sure, but I mean, he kind of just does whatever color you ask, I feel like, if you order directly from him. Anyways, the big thing is, or there's many big things. The bottom is just a plate. Like, there's no, it's not a thick construction, but you screw that plate in, and that's the flat bottom. The other thing too is that the daughter board gets screwed on to like a ledge here, so it's just kind of floating. I feel like this is just airier than like a lot of keyboards. Like, there's very few boards I've seen that have just more airspace, and it's more so than the V2 and V3. The difference between V2 and V3, I think it's the same design, but it's just for the different Pro 2 and Pro 3 PCBs. But yeah, S60V1 is just quite a bit different. I like it. I don't know that I like it better than the S60V2 or the Snipe or the HG. It does sound cool though. It's definitely different. But yeah, it's just such a good board. I think whenever I don't use any of them for a while, I really, really love the S60V1. But then putting it side by side with the V2 HG Snipe is like, I can't decide. They're all great. How do you compare this to the H2H? I just put it away. Damn it. H2H is really good too, honestly. I really like the H2H also. I think it's also like kind of airy as well. No, don't worry. It's just funny. All right, yeah. Let me clean this area up, and then we'll show off the. We'll show off the big print that I worked on earlier. I took out these weights from the Cloud9. I think I like it better. It's lighter, which is nice. And I think it sounds a little bit better. Oh, I didn't even do the Ursas. That's okay. I'll do it next time. I'm over this. I want to go home. I'm hungry. We'll try Ursas next time. Alright, this is Cloud9. Oh, this is where this went. Alright, real I feel like I have to do this. There's like the little zipper thing, like it's like very open. And like I was like, do I need to like use pliers on this to like close this up? What's the best way to do this? I don't even know how to. It's like, why is it so open? I can't do this. This thing's just gonna pop out every time. Whatever. I don't care anymore. To sort all of these boards. This one is the Type B. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this Type B needs lighter domes, and maybe I'll appreciate it more then. But like not as light as the other one. I don't know. Not as light as the 45 gram Topre. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. I think we can call this done. Alright, want to check out this print? It's really big. Let me grab the mats. So I bought these. Which Jones did you have in the V1 Astros? Yes, Astro, the heavy ones, the purple ones. The lean 90 gram. Alright, so I shouldn't put this away so soon, but check this out. Yeah, there's the little one, and that's the big one. It's like a mini-me. You guys remember mini-me? Oh. Alright, let's try to sleeve this up. What's the best way? There we go. Cool. Where are my other prints? What do I do with them? So that's just Glenn of Rather Be fame. Here we got Father. I got Freddie Gibbs. And then we got my buddy Andrew, although it's pretty damaged. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with this damaged one. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh. Should unplug this. Yeah, I printed this one over the weekend. Okay, so let me explain what happened. So while I was watching the Laker game, okay, so here's the situation. My printer, largest size it prints is 17 by 22. Technically, I think there's a way to make it longer, so 17 by some really long thing, but I think it requires like a driver update. But 17 is like the widest it'll go on the short end. And so it's good. Like they make 17 by 22 paper. That's fine. So I got 17 by 22 paper. This is a canvas, like a metallic canvas. This is some Epson photo paper. And then I bought these plastic sleeves. Figure, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's get it safe, right? I also separately then got this 13 by 19 paper from Hanamule. This is like real pro paper. And so, yeah, these are pretty nice, honestly. I ended up buying some off Amazon bulk 13 by 19 mats, just so like there's a hard back for them. And so that's pretty good here. But the problem is they don't have bulk mat packs 17 by 22. Which is really annoying. Like you can get these like custom made 17 by 20, but it's just stupidly expensive. Like it's like in the hundreds for like 25, like probably like $200 for like 25 of them or something crazy like that. I'm like, but the other thing too though is that like you get 18 by 24, like a 25 pack for $50, and it's like, okay, that's way more reasonable. So I get that, but the problem is that like I still need to cut them. So I spent all this time cutting while I was watching the Laker game. Because the thing is that like because I got the 17 by 22 sleeves, it's like I need to cut them. What I should have done is bought 18 by 24 sleeves. And then like even if my 17 by 22s are smaller, like you can still slide them in. I don't know. Mistake I made. Just it happens. It doesn't kill me to cut 17 by 24 or 17 by 22 mats from 18 by 24. It's just annoying. I won't do it again though, until like I basically run out of these plastic sleeves. And it's like if I ever sell prints, it's like I think I'm probably gonna sell them rolled, and that'll be a good way to get rid of them. But after that, I'm going 18 by 24. 11 large prints. What do you intend to do with them? Frame them, put them on the wall? No immediate plans yet. They are just sitting. I have this thing in my Amazon cart. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking of getting one of these things, and then you could just kind of put like prints in them, and then you can like flip through them. Like I see this at like camera shops and stuff when they sell prints off to the side. So I think that for now probably be good because it's just like I don't really have wall space. I have a poster display that you could flip back and forth, and it's like I guess I could do that, but setting that up is kind of a pain. But yeah, Ricky, I'm finally doing it after like 3 years. Finally doing large prints. I'm finally putting the Pro 1000 to use. But yeah, I gotta do 18 by 24s next, even if the prints max out at 17. Alright. That's it from my end for now. Yeah, I had the printer for a while. I must go through some ink though. Yeah. The big problem though, is that like I think you waste less ink the more prints you do. And so that's, as weird as that sounds, it's just that like like if you let it sit, it's gonna just go through its like maintenance cycles, and then like it just flushes ink during those maintenance cycles, I guess, to keep the tubes, clean, keep the pipes clean and everything. But it's just like you don't have maintenance cycles if you just keep printing. So that's like my biggest problem so far, is that like the printer's here, and like I'm still going through what photos I think are worth printing and printing large. So my brother lives here now, and so I've just been telling him, hey, try to print like once a day. And I'm thinking maybe it's that even if he's printing small stuff, it won't do as many maintenance cycles, hopefully, but we'll see. I was reading someone's comment on like DP review or something about the Canon Pro 1000, and it was that like when the maintenance cartridge is full, like I guess that's all the flushed ink that comes out. Flushed ink from maintenance cycles, probably flushed ink also from borderless prints. By weight, it's like the same weight as like $100 worth of ink. And like I've already gone through like I don't know how many maintenance cartridges already. So it's like that's my biggest problem, is just like print frequency and maintenance. Does it just do a maintenance cycle sitting around, or only right before? I think it's only right before print. I don't think I've ever experienced a situation where it would sit around and do a maintenance cycle for no reason. Because usually when I've been around, I will print at some point, and then that's when it'll start to do the maintenance cycle. I've never been here and then not printed for long gaps of time. So, yeah, I don't know. There's times I've been away, and like I don't know if it's done cycles during that time. It doesn't like tell me. So essentially, you want to do more than one print at once to maximize the ink. So what you want to do, I think, is always be using it. Because if you're always using it, it's never running cycles. It's never flushing ink into the maintenance cartridge. And so, like, I say that I'm careful with that phrasing of always using it, because it's that, like, you could buy a full set of inks and then print everything until you're completely out of all ink. Obviously, it's going to stop you once it runs out of ink in one cartridge. But, like, as soon as you get to that point, you're good, and you've wasted probably minimal ink. But the thing is, if you just do that and then let it sit for a year, I think the next time you load up like a new set of cartridges, it's going to do a flush. So it's like that's how you waste ink, is flushing. So if you just always are printing, like always all the time, then I think there's just very little that goes to the maintenance cartridge. But it's just like you just got to do this for the rest of your life. In which case, then you're spending $700 on ink every time, and then you better be making that back somehow by selling the work that you print. It's kind of crazy, I think. It doesn't sound insanely practical. You're right. It's true. So, I don't know. I think the situation was 2 or 3 years ago, I really wanted a big printer to do big prints, and it's taken me 2 or 3 years to finally do that. It's silly. Okay, so I think somehow I have gone through 4 maintenance cartridges in like 3 years. When did I buy this? I bought this in 2023, late 2023. So 2.5 years. In 2.5 years, I've gone through 4 maintenance cartridges. I think 4. I think 4. which means that's like $400 worth of ink I must have just burned by having it sit. And it's like, it's annoying because it's like, I think it's at an interval. It's like, so I think I was reading someone else say that like it'll run a cycle if you don't print in like 60 hours, but also possibly less than 60 hours. The thing I don't know is if the longer you haven't printed, if the cycle flushes more ink than if you, like, if you've already not printed for 60 hours, like what if you just don't print for 365 days? Does it flush the same amount of ink? I'm not sure, but that's like a thing that people are constantly, like, I think Canon warns against it, and then I guess just for that reason a lot of customers are concerned about it. It's that like buying like a Pro 1000 or just kind of any printer used is concerning, because even though you might get a good deal, you don't know if there's like an ink flush that has to occur and how much the ink costs for it, or if there's just something wrong with it in general and like how much ink would need to flush, or, you know, obviously that's just buying used anything. But anyways, let's see who's on. I don't see any keyboard streamers. I don't know. I don't know who's on. Lego and brick building got their own category, huh? That's probably why there's like not as many Lego on Makers and Crafting. The only keyboard streamer I see on is me. What is this? That's not... It's like adult themes, and then I open it and it's like, I don't know. Nothing adult seems to be going on. Anyways, anyone see anything good? I'm following someone named Sid Heresy. I think I've rated this person before. They're working under science and technology, but they have a multimeter out and says they're doing some stuff with PCBs. Maybe we could raid this person. All right, let's do it. Where did I lost my window. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's raid Sid Heresy. Okay, I will be back probably this time next week. So I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.